Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is out there in Algoverse land. You're a day late and Algo short because this is yesterday's Algorand news. I am, of course, at Real Monty Allen. Hit hashtag algonews on Twitter because I am your crypto nerd and I might talk about you in tomorrow's video if you do it. So go ahead and do it. Speaking of those of you out there in the Twitterverse, whose job was it to tell me about Algo Gear? Somebody dropped the ball because I did not know that Algo Gear existed. What's going on here? So we've got Algo Gear by OG member of the community at Roadster Guy 32, old school like subreddit moderator, been around for a long time, and apparently makes phone chargers with the YLDY and the Algorand logo. So if you go check out at Roadster Guy 32, there's a link there. You can go here and you can get one of these chargers custom built, sent to you. There's the Algorand version here. There is the YLDY version here. He's got some, his form is there. There's some pictures here. So I actually found this because Fawn Fork actually sent out a picture of his charger right here. And I just think that's really cool, man. There's some other cool pictures of it as well, but take a look at the craftsmanship. This piece slides, so it'll fit, I think, different size phones. This fits the charger back here. I think that's dope, so go check it out. All right, next up. Speaking of YLDY, not only do they have their logo on the phone charger, but guess what? They have been recognized. They are a finalist for the Blockchain Entrepreneurship Industry Applications category. This is the Enterprise Blockchain Awards. So this doesn't happen until November 16th, but I think it's just like more and more like cumulative momentum for YLDY. Go check them out. I have had some concerns in the past, like, hey, once, AMMs come online, we've got some DEXs come online, people are going to dump their YLDY rewards because it was essentially free YLDY and there's going to be a frenzy to go dump them. I don't think that's the case. I think that their staking platform is going to keep people engaged. They've got Opulus is still running, the Smile is still running, so you can stake YLDY for Opulus and for Smile. And what I didn't really take into account when I initially covered that is the fact that those are limited time engagements. So there's a timer for those right now. So they're not asking you to stake permanently for Opulus, which, by the way, would have been a good investment. So if you would have staked YLDY, not only would you have been earning, some free Opulus in essence. I mean, you're yield farming, so I guess it's not really free, but it's not like you're working real hard for it. You had to own the YLDY in the first place. But it increased in value significantly, right? From the other day, it was down to 74 cents. I think I saw. Today, it's I don't know. It's going to break $1. So it's significant increase over 48 hours, something along those lines. Opulus. Now it's down from their initial hype, but from the initial hype came down. I think it probably came down too hard, and it's going to bounce back up. I don't normally talk price action here, but I do like the YLDY staking pools, and especially the fact that I didn't realize that they were temporary, and so that gives it some more urgency in my opinion. Smilecoin as well. So I think a Smilecoin can pull off some of their more integrations, and they get all the the community, that gaming community, that that betting community. There's a whole world of online gambling, and literally it's kind of an addictive action, right? Arguably, it's people are those fans are going to be loyal. So once they get a couple more platforms online, I think they have a pretty good chance at rocketing up. Now, I'm not a big fan of gambling, that sort of thing, but I think as a business venture, man, that's talk about a loyal audience. There you go. So just be careful with the whole gambling thing, but as long as you're careful with it and it's not an addiction and you're just having fun, then go for it. I think that makes watching sports more enjoyable. So there you have it. That's the KryptoNurd's staking opinions there on the YLDY stuff. Just random. I didn't even have a tab for that. I just went on a tangent. Anyway, back to YLDY. You can sign up to go watch them on November, 15th, 16th, something along those lines. Speaking of events, you can go to the virtual event of Decipher if you're not going to make it down to Miami. So those virtual events are taking hold. This is just something fun in the NFT world. My kids have been watching me for a while, so you're going to have to hear about the KryptoNurd kids, because not just my kids, but I think other people's kids as well. They watch what we do, they watch what we are interested in, and if we are interested in Algorand or cryptocurrency or blockchain and apps and dApps and NFTs, then they're going to get interested in it as well. And heck, I've only been doing this for, a couple of years, and my kids are already interested in NFTs. And when you grow up and you're like, oh man, it took me forever to learn my first phone. But now your kids or your nieces and nephews, they're like 5 years old, just like, yeah, give me the phone. They're good with it, right? But depending on your age, there's some technology that came along in your lifetime. Older folks, they couldn't figure out the remote control for the VCR, right? The next generation couldn't figure out how to, what's this face recognition thing on my phone, right? Like every generation has their thing. The next generation is like, it took me forever to figure out NFTs and to figure out how to stake and use my Algo Wallet. So now my kids already know how to use my Algo Wallet. They're talking about DeFi with me, like not just like small discussions. They're like having intelligent discussions about the future of DeFi, and they're telling me like, Dad, I don't think I need a traditional bank account. Here's why. And their arguments are valid. So, we're trying to give kids, cash for, birthdays, and he's like, nah, just hit me up on my Algo Wallet. For reals? Yes, for reals. Anyway, Algo Dials, it's an NFT series my kids did. They want to get a new graphics card for their computer because they're gamers and they want to go play some games with fancy graphics. They got a curved monitor screen and now they want some graphics. The 10-year-old, by the way, wants to save for the future. He's the one that wants to invest in DeFi. He's got a whole mythology around Algo Dials. Apparently he created some world, or he didn't create, obviously not. Algorand has Algodillia, which was coalesced from pieces of algo floating around the universe, and after 3 years, 3 months, 3 nights, 3 hours, 3 minutes, and 3 seconds, the Algo Dials appeared. So he's got this whole mythology around the Algo Dials, which I think is cool. And apparently NFTs are the new, hey, can I mow your lawn or wash your car, Dad, and get $5. Now they want 4 algos or 2 algos. They've got the general subject. We just got him Procreate. If you've got children out there, teach them skills. Teach them how to do it. Teach them, valuable lessons so that they can apply that to the future, even if they don't do it right the first time. So there you go. Now for the reason you actually clicked on this video, not to hear about the Algo Dials. You want to know about the Algorand Foundation and accelerated vesting and maybe some governance stuff. So it is true. Accelerated vesting is done. So the Algorand Foundation put out an announcement that the accelerated vesting is complete. Here it is official. So there is now a liquid supply of 6.7 billion algo. There's still 3.3 billion left over. 3.2 billion, I apologize, left over. There's some miscellaneous dust somewhere, right? Okay. So there's some that is locked up. 200 million algo are locked up still, and I shouldn't say locked up. They are paused for recipients to figure out where they want to put this algo, right? I don't know where. Like, did their wallets malfunction? Did they get too fat? Do they want to pause it for tax reasons? I don't know. But they said they're going to release it by the end of 2021, which leads me to believe maybe not tax reasons. So I don't know. I don't know what the pause is there. Only those folks know. But some of these accounts are huge. We're talking, 60 some, million algo accounts, big fat whales. And so I don't think these are the type of people who are going to dump. It seems like they have been holding for long term. And so even though, yes, we got a bunch of accelerated vesting going on, it doesn't seem like there's going to be a huge dump anytime soon, because I think even the whales are like, yeah, Algo's about to pump. It's about to get crazy in here. So I just saw a tweet, as a matter of fact. Gosh, I don't know. It was from one of the VCs. It was either Arrington or Borderless, or it was one of them. It said the vesting right now, I apologize, the inflation right now for Algorand is less than the inflation for the United States dollar. So the Algorand vesting, or inflation rather, was less than 5%. The US dollar inflation is over 5%. So Algorand inflation and the whole tokenomics argument can be put to rest. You listening up, Coin Bureau? All right. Other than that, Sign-up window for the first governance period is open, and it is between now and the 15th. I put out a whole video about the Algo Wallet, which is the service that I happen to use. I do also use the official Algorand wallet, but I use the Algo Wallet to opt into a lot of these other, activities here. So go check it out. The links will be in here. Now, I did ask them. They had a frequently asked questions section here, but I didn't see anything about the governance period, the startup period. So governance period started. Or the sign-up period started on the 1st, but what if you opted in on, let's say, the 4th? That was yesterday, the day before, and didn't get to didn't like fund your wallet enough right afterwards, and it fell underfunded prior to the 15th, I guess the 16th is when it starts. So you've opted in, but you're now underfunded. Do you have a grace period to get that back up to funded? And some of these are not small accounts that are underfunded. Look, this one has 40,000 algos committed on the 4th, but they are currently underfunded. So is there a grace period, or did they already, because they committed those, lose out on their governance rewards? So I don't know what the answer is. I asked them. If somebody else in the community knows what the answer is, do we just have to get that dollar amount or that algo amount back up over the 40,403 prior to the 15th when the sign-up period ends? Or are you committed once you actually submit that opt-in agreement through the contract there? So questions I'm curious about. When does that period start? We'll find out. We'll see if they send me back an email to the KryptoNurd. All right, that's all I have today. That was a lot. I appreciate you all as always. Go check out that weekend video I did on NFTs, by the way. I thought it was really good. The KryptoNurd Queen and I are going to do a bunch of those. As always, thanks for watching. Be safe out there. KryptoNurd.